obviously not the result that you were hoping for, but
I'm just wondering if you could talk a little bit about this experience of your team at the first time at this level and what you take from it going forward.
Sure. Are you okay with the mic?
Can you repeat the question one more time? Sorry.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
So obviously not the result that you're hoping for, but I'm just hoping you could talk a little bit about this first time with your team at this level and what you take from this game looking forward at the next two games and then to the future.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the question. Yeah, it's definitely not the result that we wanted, right? It's not fun to be on the end of a game like that, right? But it's also a great experience to be here. And one of the things that made me happy was to see the players begin to start to solve problems as the 90 minutes wore on, and to see some of the things that we've been working on training come into fruition as we came out of the halftime into the second half. And then to just see the players again, I think I mentioned this the other day, disappointed but asking the right questions, which bodes really well because I think they really bought into what we're trying to do in the process, that it's a long term for us, right? So a great honor to be here, but we want to stay here. We want to keep being able to contribute on the field. So,
Right in front.
Hi, Coach Raul Garcia with the Monitor Daily Paper here. How will Nevis regroup coming out of this game? And, what did you think about Sutton's attempt to, trying to hold out the offensive attack?
Yeah. So in terms of regrouping?
Yeah, regrouping,
Yeah, I mean, as you have the games that are so close together, one of the priorities naturally is always the recovery process and being able to physically prepare. But obviously one of the challenges that I'll have and my staff will be the mental preparation and recovery, right? So it comes down to watching some video in the morning, right? Being able to pick through some of the themes that we knew we would need to address, that we'd pick up, that will continue to be trends, that will need to be adjusted as we go through training to prepare for the next game. I was really pleased with the performance of our captain, Kira Dickinson. She's a goalkeeper. Yeah, I know. Listen, it's hard to have that many goals put in the back of the net on you, but as you watched her through the game, she was able to continue to put some big saves that put us in a good position. And when we adjusted coming into the second half with a little bit of a deeper set defending, it really made it hard for our players to get forward, to get out, right? Which you could see that was frustrating for Brittany Lawrence, right, and for some of them to be able to play forward. We knew that would happen, which is why we didn't want to start like that. But again, it will help us going forward. Yeah.
Coach. Right in front.
Jene Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press. I know you have a lot of respect for Christine Sinclair and what she's done in the game, but I guess you must have had conflicting emotions when she set that record tonight.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I'm happy for her. Listen, I didn't want it to be on a PK. That was pretty tough to swallow. That puts us on the back foot right away. But she finished it like the professional that she is, and then taking the next goal right to go ahead. So it's a moment that me personally and also the players recognize for the historical moment it is for women's football. And I would be remiss to say if there's not a little bit of me that will remember that forever for maybe the opposite reason, right, than maybe she will. But it's remarkable. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of what she's been able to do. I'm proud of the precedents she's set. And as you look at the youth that's on our team, and for example, we had a player on the bench, Kayla Gutenberg. She's 14 years old. When she was born, Christine Sinclair had 53 goals already internationally. Some professional footballers at Christine's level don't even get to 53 goals, right? So when you put that in perspective, and you hope that the young players from our team remember that moment, but then maybe they also strive to be that player in the next time, right? So, yeah.
Coach, there's been some argument that CONCACAF maybe doesn't do enough to get some of the smaller teams, women's teams in the region going, not just on the team level, but there was a mistake yesterday with the refereeing, possibly that might be indicative of a need for more training, more funding, better standards. When you see a team like this that maybe doesn't have all the resources it needs access to in order to thrive, what are some of the things that you wish that you could get in support from CONCACAF in order to, maybe you're not going to become the United States overnight, but to make progress?
Yeah, from my perspective, I've not seen that personally from CONCACAF, from where I sit, right? But I do see the discrepancy in resources that we have as a team, right? And that's noticeable. I don't know if the solution is funding or organizational decisions or long-term planning beyond just maybe the major federations, and an incentive program to help the teams that maybe are not there to maybe make the level a little bit less disparate, right, or less gigantic, right? But on my end, I have not seen that, right? The CONCACAF officials that I've been with have been really professional for us, and I think it's probably a larger problem that has to do with maybe the strategic planning for CONCACAF going forward for the Caribbean region.